Hey guys, Lazerbolt here, and welcome to another episode. Today we're going to take a little flight around Lake Tahoe while I show you one of my favorite little airplanes here, the Beechcraft Bonanza. This plane's actually pretty well suited for visiting points of interest and stuff, and doing some sightseeing, because it's not too awful fast, and it has a really good turn radius, and you can check stuff out real nicely. So we'll set Lake Tahoe as our arrival. I'd like to come in through the north, give us a good view of the lake, and then land at the airport here. So let's find some place around here that has a tower, and that'll be where we take off from. Look at here, Chico Municipal. Let's see what's going on here. We click on the frequencies tab. We can see that they have full tower and ground operations, and yeah, this will be great for doing some ATC. So what do you say we zoom in over here and pick one of these parking spots? If you choose a parking spot as your departure location instead of a runway, you'll start in a cold dark state. Your airplane will be completely shut off, no lights, no engines, no nothing. And as long as we're in the neighborhood, we're going to be flying right by it anyway. Let's add this as a little point of interest. We can check out the Oroville Dam on the way there. Okay, let's go over here and check our flight conditions. We'll set the weather and the time of day for live. It'll be a nice evening flight. It's 8 p.m. in California. Alright, looks like this beautiful Bonanza G36 is ready to go. First things first, we'll get rid of this yoke. We don't need that in the way. Get rid of both of them. Okay, let's see here. Let's start these engines up. First thing we want to do is make sure our fuel selector is actually on one of the tanks and not in the off position. And it looks like it is. You're supposed to put that on whatever tank has the most fuel in it, but mine are equal, so I'll just leave it on the left. We'll go up here and turn on our battery switches and our alternator switches. And let's see here, before we turn these engines on, better hit our parking brake. Get that going. Okay, now to prime the system with fuel, first thing we need to do is take our mixture control here and put it to fully rich. And then next to that we have our propeller RPMs, put that all the way to max, and our throttle up to 100%. Now our fuel system is wide open, and it should prime easily. Over here we have the auxiliary fuel pump. We'll go ahead and we'll click that up, put it all the way up to the top. You hear the fuel pumping into the system. We have our fuel flow going on here. It only takes a second or two to prime the system. It looks like we're ready to start the engines here. So we need to turn the fuel pump off. Bring the throttle to about just maybe a 1/4 inch. Now look over here, the magneto switch. We need to turn this dial all the way over to where it says start. Once the engine starts, we need to put it back over to both. This one, it does it automatically, which is nice, but don't leave it on the start position. We'll rotate this over to start. And there we are. It's back in the correct position. Engines are started and we're looking good. Now let's check our oil pressure here. We'll raise our RPMs up to about anywhere between 1,000 and 1,200. And make sure that your oil pressure is in the green here. So it looks like our engine is healthy and everything's looking good. Okay, now it's time to turn on our avionics master switch. Get that going. That'll fire up our Garmin GPS. And our flight plan is in and ready to go. Perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and contact the air traffic control and get this show on the road. Alright, got our air traffic control menu going on over here. One of the things I like to do is I have a simple profile set up in Voice Attack, and it allows me to just basically press any of these key commands using only my voice. So it works real simple. Here's how it works. Let's say tune ground services on 4.4. See that? It automatically tuned my radio to the ground services over here. It's alright, we've got all of our options going on here. Let's go ahead and request a taxi to the active runway and depart to the south. Chico Tower, Lazerbolt, Lima 1 Oscar November is ready to taxi to the active runway for south departure at 5.5.
Chico Ground, Lazerbolt Lima 1 Oscar November with Echo request taxi for takeoff south departure.
Lazerbolt Lima 1 Oscar November taxi to and hold short of runway 13 left via taxiway Foxtrot Bravo. Contact tower on 121.0 when ready.
Roger that. Acknowledge taxi clearance to active runway 13 left via taxiway Foxtrot Bravo at 1.1.
Taxi to and hold short runway 13 left via taxiway Foxtrot Bravo Lazerbolt Lima 1 Oscar November.
Alright, look how simple that is, and it works pretty good. We're going to go ahead and move this over to the other monitor. Definitely need some panel lights. Maybe taxi light would be nice. Definitely want our strobes, beacon, and nav lights going. Alright, let's go ahead and make our way to runway 13 left. Okay, here we are, pulling up just short of runway 13 left. Let's tune tower on 1.1. Chico Tower, Lazerbolt, Lima 1 Oscar November is holding short of 13 left, requesting takeoff clearance to the south for 3.3.
Chico Tower Lazerbolt Lima 1 Oscar November ready at runway 13 left departure to the south.
Lazerbolt Lima 1 Oscar November altimeter 29.88, wind 128 at 5. Departure to the south approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 13 left.
Roger that. Acknowledge takeoff clearance on 13 left to the south, Lima 1 Oscar November at 1.1.
Cleared for takeoff runway 13 left Lazerbolt Lima 1 Oscar November.
Turn off our taxi lights. Turn on our landing lights, which are appropriate for taking off as well. Let's give it one notch of flaps here. And I think we're ready to go. Throttle up. This here Bonanza is a very easy bird to fly. I really like it. We'll go gear up. And now we can turn off our landing lights.
Lazerbolt Lima 1 Oscar November continues for south departure.
Roger that. Acknowledge continue south departure for Lima 1 Oscar November at 1.1.
Chico Tower Lazerbolt Lima 1 Oscar November continue for south departure.
Lazerbolt Lima 1 Oscar November, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Alright, so let's tune to the NorCal approach on 125.4 at Alpha 1.1. NorCal Center, Lima 1 Oscar November, request flight following, climbing through 3,300 for 5,000 at Alpha 1.1.
NorCal approach Lazerbolt Lima 1 Oscar November is type Beechcraft V36 4 miles north of Charlie Lima 90 3,400 feet. Request flight following.
Lazerbolt Lima 1 Oscar November NorCal approach. Squawk 1007.
Roger that. Acknowledge squawk code 1007 for Lima 1 Oscar November, Delta 1.1.
Squawk 1007 Lazerbolt Lima 1 Oscar November.
shell.